Hello guys, I'm Alex Koloskov, a commercial photographer who help other photographers to be more successful in what they do. Today I'm going to tell you about my first impressions of Leaf Aptus 75 digital bag. Here the big picture of it, which I got recently. And well, I just took it outside with me, on nearest lake and shoot some pictures. And I'm going to show you a little bit. But first, let me tell you, my story. Basically, the story how I went into medium format photography. I mean, how you got those cameras. Because you may think that I'm kind of rich guy who can spend tens of $1,000s buying, Hasselblads and digital bags, but it's not like this, meaning I do not spend a lot of money on my photo equipment. Because for me, photography, well, it's a business, and obviously cost of running business is very important, meaning if I can keep it lower, it's great. So how it happened that, I got Hasselblad and, stuff like this. First when I found that there is another cameras, another than 35mm cameras, I was kind of a little bit shocked finding how much they cost. I'm talking about medium format cameras, Mamiya, Hasselblad, and others, And that time I was thinking, well, how a photographer can use that expensive stuff, and how it's possible to guy like me who, just starting in studio photography. I don't have, clients who will pay me tens of $1,000s at time, and well, I didn't want to spend, fortune on getting into loans, paying them, credits, all stuff like this. I had enough that time because, first what we did when we came to United States from poor country, Ukraine, it was kind of relatively poor country at that time. Well, we got a lot of loans in the first couple of years. And it's kind of big issue, for for people like me. So, that time when I kind of decided, okay, I want to see what the benefits of this medium format, and do I really need it or not. That time I had two cameras. I had two 35mm cameras, one Canon 5D and another one Canon 1DS Mark III. 1DS Mark III is a top line of Canon cameras at that time, and I spent $8,000 when I bought it new. So it was a huge investment, and well, I was thinking, is there any way I can kind of get the same quality? I still use 35mm Canon lenses, and still maybe get some money, for my future purchase of medium format camera. So I went and bought Canon 5D Mark II. You have probably, you've seen all those reviews which I have, and I compared actually 1DS Mark III to 5D Mark II, and I found that in terms of image quality, its cameras delivered the same basically image. I didn't care about focusing performance, basically poor focusing performance of Canon 5D, because I shoot in studio and I shoot in manual mode most of the time. I shoot still live, products. So things like focusing performance or how what FPS, how frame per second camera can do, wasn't important for me. So I compared. I found that 5D Mark II is great camera, and I sold my Canon 5D, and I sold 1DS Mark III. I sold actually 1DS Mark III for $4,000 and about $1,000 for my Canon 5D. So I got some money. And even after I bought 5D Mark II, it was money left, right? So I went on second-hand market, eBay. I started to look for, medium format cameras. I wasn't really sure what exact camera I need. I just need some. And I was looking at those kind of items where sellers doesn't put much description, doesn't put nice images, but numbers and what at least I can see what they have looks good to me. Meaning, bids, I mean, the items like this doesn't catch much attention from buyers because it doesn't look nice, very few images, maybe very short description. So I was always finding for that kind of things and asking questions to buyers to make sure that this is a good product. And I was able to buy my Hasselblad H1, great camera. And I bought a Phase 1 digital back, Phase 1 P25 Plus, and camera was 2500, digital back was 4500. So it was kind of investment, but comparing to, let's say, Canon 1DS Mark III, it wasn't a big deal, right? It was even less in terms of money. I spent less than Canon cost. So after some time, after a year, I decided that Phase 1 is great back, but I need a little bit more megapixels, and I need something which Adobe RAW converter will understand, because my biggest issue was that Phase 1 RAW format can be only converted by using this Capture One software. I mean, Adobe doesn't really work well with Phase 1 RAW. At least those versions. Maybe current version works fine, I don't know, but whatever I checked, it didn't understand it right. And it was a big issue because we use Adobe for all our conversion, and my retoucher use it. So I went and I sold my Phase 1 back. Again, when you buy something, you can always try to get nice price on eBay, because like I said, look for items which doesn't look right, doesn't look nice at the first, and then you can sell it with relatively good price, because you can do opposite, meaning you can put a lot of description, you can put your story. I always have this, it's still on 40G, my story of how I bought that Phase 1. So I supplied everything and I sold it for 3900, which was really good for that bag. And then I found this and I bought it for 4000. So the difference is $100 basically. And bag is much newer, and well, it works great with Adobe stuff, which I really like, and so far I really like it. It's less than a week I have it. So this is the story. Why I told it to you? Because in general, don't think that there is something which you cannot do, you cannot get into because it's too expensive, or it's like, well, it's not made for you. Take little steps, and if you get into that medium format, buy something really not expensive, because well, this back in 2008 was the price was 26,000. Now it's 4,000, right? The biggest difference, and still the same performance. So if you buy something really used, you can always then sell it and buy a little bit better, and then sell again and buy a little bit better again. Not like every month. You can do it once a year, upgrading slowly, and you will learn this stuff. You will learn how to work with medium format cameras. You will you will see, do you need them or not, because like I said, if you buy it for less expensive, paying less expensive price, and sell it getting a good price, because you can do it clever, buy things which doesn't look right and sell it, making the most information and providing the best images and your personal story. It can help you a lot by upgrading without spending much money. So it's basically my little inspiration story for you. If you kind of thinking, oh, it will be really cool to shoot with medium format, go and you can do it. Really, you can do it. There is no big difference on prices on good 35mm cameras and medium format. The question is, do you really need them? It's up to you. I need them. So why I need them? Why I kind of went medium format? Obviously, I'm the geek. I'm a geek from photography, and I kind of really like to to use these devices, and devices like this is really cool. They're so different in how you get in. The whole thing is different. Shooting, all the experience it's quite different because they're slow, huge files. You can use them on view cameras like this. I'll show you a little bit later. But what the first thing I really enjoyed, the very first moment I got my first medium format back, I'll show you. You see the sensor. It's huge, nice, huge sensor, right? And this is how you can clean it. You can blow it, you can do whatever you want if you do it nicely. Do you remember this? You probably know it very well. This piece of I don't want to say it, but this things was driving me crazy. This is swab for cleaning sensor in 35mm camera. When you dig deep in the body and try to swab it, clean it, and still you have a lot of stuff going on there. After very first shot, after cleaning, I still getting those dust, because dust is everywhere. And I tried those bags which kind of filter air, and well, it's just crazy. And with medium format, I have that little blower. Before I shoot, I just blow sensor, and boom, it works. So it's kind of cool thing. But well, obviously, image quality and stuff like this is quite different. So let me show you my first impressions from this back in terms of dynamic range. Dynamic range is claiming it's 12 f-stops, right? Which kind of numbers doesn't mean anything for me, because 12 f-stops it's huge, and if I shoot image, let's say -5 f-stop exposure compensation or +5, obviously, well, this back won't be able to deliver all the details in such huge range. I don't know why they're saying 12. But anyway, the real range, dynamic range, is still really good. Especially for backs like this, it's 2006 technology, right? So let me see. Let me show you. Okay, this is Capture One, and I was shooting, some kind of problematic areas in that nearest lake, like I told you before, right? Okay, for example, shot like this. Sky is normally exposed, but it's relatively dark. We have this, highlight. Well, highlight is probably fine here. We can do a little bit, and we have shadow, and it actually brings a lot of shadow. I do not really like this Capture One tool. I kind of prefer, well, just because I use Photoshop more, but it does basically the same thing. And if you look at the quality, or those areas which we just pulled data, you will see it's just amazing. There is some noise, but it looks really, really good. I will be posting these images, before and after on the 40G article where this video will be placed. So go there, and it's www.40g.com. You see it in the corner, and you will see all this. And I'll give you files actually. You can always play with it. So let's see if we can do anything to shot like this. Completely underexposed, background, or whole the thing except the sky. If we pull up some shadows, and we'll add some clarity to make it a little bit less, add some contrast, you will see some relatively heavy noise going on, but still, maybe not HDR, really good results. You know what I will do? Let me open Bridge. I kind of like Bridge more. Like this shot. Wait a second, that's PSD. Okay. This type of shot, right? Camera raw, we can just easily pull up shadows, because you see there is a little bit better range on Adobe Converter. Let's see, 100%. This is actually some mosquitoes running. Let's see, very deep areas. I was shooting on ISO 100, which is actually one stop up, because native ISO is 50 for the back. But still, you see, great stuff. And well, if we look at how it used to be, it's impressive. It's for me, it's quite impressive. So let's see what else I can show you here. It's PSD. This is raw file. The image quality in terms of well, I was using Hasselblad with 80mm f2.8 lens HS at somewhere at f5 or so. If you look at the quality itself, it's quite impressive, right? No anti-aliasing filter, and well, it looks cool. It looks really, really good. And what else? Shot like this, again, underexposed, and we can always pull the shadows. And if we look here, we'll probably see a lot of noise, especially on red area, because red is problematic. There is some noise, but again, we can always go and fix that noise, right? We're losing a little bit of sharpness, but there is almost no noise after you know, that fix I did, and we can even pull up more. So again, those examples will be posted on my on 40g.com. Okay, yeah, this is image. Actually, this is before and this is after I converted and adjusted a little bit. It's in Photoshop. Again, almost HDR, and yeah, this is before and this is after. I posted it on G+, right? You've seen it probably. So, what we can do here? Let me turn on this back. You will see some cool thing. Back has the fan inside, and it's a little bit different than phase 1, because phase 1 doesn't have any back, and it kind of used different technology to cool the back. Basically, sensor on phase 1 is always off, and the camera kind of fires it only in like half a second before taking shot, and then shut down again. But here it's kind of, it has a fan, and kind of fan type of thing. I like it better because I think it will be easier to maintain a low temperature of the sensor, especially if I use live mode, shooting with technical cameras. And the sensor is supposed to be completely silent. It's almost silent, but hear it. Well, you probably don't hear it. I'm pushing it directly to the microphone, and you still don't hear it. So I hear it when I shoot it, I hear it, but it's completely fine. And let me power it down. So let's, I don't know, maybe let's do some little demo, just, you know, to have some fun. Okay, I have this Cambo Ultima medium format, well, large format camera, right? And I'm going to attach back here to the back plate. and try to shoot tethered, just to see how it will work. So back goes here. Okay, it's kind of tricky a little bit to attach to this capture group plate, but it's quite doable. Okay, you see the beauty. If I need to shoot horizontally, I just rotate back instead of doing the camera. Now I need a vertical shot. Actually, it's I'm playing with guitar shot. It will be a shot for Pro Corner, 40G Pro Corner. I'm going to create a tutorial how to shoot guitar. It was a client who wanted me to create tutorial for them, so they can save money and don't hire a photographer. But when I told them that it's not $150 per hour as a kind of offer my service to fellow photographers, for commercial clients, for businesses, it's completely different price, and they said, oh, it's too much. So I'm doing, guys, for you, for my Pro Corner photographers. Anyway, I attach it here, and it goes firewire, right? Here I have Schneider macro lens with Copal shutter. So meaning you cock it this way and you press and it shoots like this. But to make it work with the back, we need to attach a little cable which goes to connector on the back, right? And looking at the back, it says tethered mode, meaning we cannot control anything here. We need to go directly to Capture One software and go from there. So let me see if I can go there. We have leave up to 75 back here, right? Selected already, meaning that it's kind of there is communications going on. And now we need to make a focus of this whole thing where it needs to be done, right? So I'm pressing live view mode. Nice window saying too dark. Right, it's too dark because the shutter is closed, right? And I need to go to Schneider lens, open shutter. Boom, it's opened. So we see something at least. Now I'm trying to get a composition, and then I will try to get a focus. And to make it work, I need get like 100% view. So this is what happens, right? Double click and we see this little area, and we can change focus by just moving dials. I think it's in a focus, and because we have tilt shift ability, I rotated the front element, and now we get in focus basically on the first two strings, and the rest is quite goes out of focus. So we kind of done here, right? Let me check again. Yeah, let's say I move it. Yeah, we're losing focus a little bit. I move it back and back again, a little bit more, till it's quite in focus. So you see, a little bit tricky, but possible. Okay, I'm going to put back this hood, how you call it. Basically, it's a huge lens hood, right? Okay, cock the shutter, turn on the lights, two Einsteins. Setup is not ready, it just, I put it just to make it work. So light number 1 and light number 2 goes on. And when it's ready, we're ready to capture. Well, I forgot something. This is what I forgot. we need to fire flash, obviously, right? So again, cooking the shutter, boom. Now we got something. And here's the shot. I'm not sure if I really like the angle, but let's do this. But anyway, it's just a demonstration. Demonstration how the workflow is with large format cameras and medium format back, right? It's much longer. I mean, not as straight and easy as when you shoot with just 35mm camera, but it's cool, and you have that feeling. This is actually 100mm, 100% thing. You see, first few strings in focus, and blurs gets even here is blurred, and here it's in the focus. You know what I'm talking about, right? If you know tilt shift type of thing. Okay. I will be doing a review of this digital back in studio using Hasselblad camera, the same way as I did with my other tests when I shooting the dollar bill with all the stuff. I want to check highlights. I want highlights recovery, shadow recovery, and post the results soon. This is basically just a little preview. I just went maybe too much. I'm talking too much here, but this is how I feel. So I hope you will find some useful stuff in my talk. This is it. Actually, talking about highlights, this back, I was kind of thinking that it can get a little bit better in recovering highlights. Again, on footage.com, I'll post before and after with recovery. It's recovering highlights. Let's say the sky, just some areas can be recovered and they becoming gray without getting any data from it. So it's not the real recovery, I would say. But still, dynamic range is quite impressive. Okay, it was Alex Koloskov and my little first impressions review of Leaf Aptus 75. If you think that you need digital or if you need medium format, just start thinking how you can get it, collect some money, and I think it will be quite doable for you. The other question is, do you really need it? In many cases, it's a question between what business needs and what you want. Sometimes it's different things. Okay, guys, good luck. Stay tuned. Bye.